Hi, this is Wayne Odegard with Aviation Laboratories, and I'm here today to talk about how we test hydraulic fluid, the hows and the whys of hydraulic fluid. But before I begin, I just wanted to remind everybody that we're an aviation-only testing laboratory, hence the name, Aviation Laboratories, right? We test aviation fluids only. That primarily means fuel, oil, and hydraulic fluid. And we don't do buses, we don't do trucks, we don't do anything else. We do aviation. We feel like it gives us a special expertise. With that in mind, today I'd like to talk about hydraulic fluid, aviation-related hydraulic fluid. And for us, there's several different kinds, but there's two primary kinds that I'd like to talk about. The first is Skydrol. It's this pretty purple color. The other is a 5606, and that's this red color. These are different kinds of hydraulic fluids. They serve slightly different purposes, but they're both used regularly and often in the aviation industry. So the reason we test hydraulic fluid is because we want to make sure that A, the hydraulic fluid is still pure, it still meets all the specifications from the manufacturer, and that it's not contaminating other airplanes when it's hooked up to hydraulic mules or being worked on in some kind of way. So we routinely would test hydraulic fluids to make sure that it passes manufacturer specifications. In this case, the specifications are for water, they're for total acid, viscosity, particle count, and wear metals. The first four, water, specific gravity, particle count, and viscosity, are sort of binary tests. They're pass-fail tests. Either the fluid meets spec or it doesn't meet spec. The fifth one, the wear metals, that gives us a general sense of how much wear metal has been picked up by the hydraulic fluid, which might ultimately cause a problem for them. So we like to look at all five of those things in determining whether or not your fluid actually meets spec. So how do we do it? If you're out at the airplane, if you're making, if you're checking on the hydraulic system, you just want to fill this bottle up with hydraulic fluid. Whether it's the airplane, the aircraft, or the mule, fill this bottle completely up with hydraulic fluid. We use almost all of it for our testing, so please try to fill it up. Fill the paperwork out that comes with the kit. It comes in a box about this size. So the bottle, empty, looks like this. It comes in a sleeve like this to prevent it from breaking when you ship it. And of course there's bubble wrap as well to give it a little more protection. So you fill the bottle up, put it in the bubble wrap, drop it in this tube, put it back in the box it came in, and send it to us that way. Before you send it to us, however, you want to make sure that you've completely and totally filled out this customer information form. We call it a CIF, the CIF form. The CIF indicates who you are, what process the hydraulic fluid came out of to give our techs a little bit better indication of where it might be coming from, and if you've done any maintenance to it. It gives us a heads up before we start testing of possible result issues. So with all of that on the CIF, the hydraulic fluid sample in the tube all goes into the box, and you send it to us. When we get it, it takes about 2 business days for us to test it. We'll immediately do the Fisher water, we'll start doing the total acid number, and we do the viscosity. We take a little more time with the particle count because that's where we generally see the failures, if there are failures. Particle count is a tricky one, and often contaminants are particles that are in the fluid. So we test that. And then of course we test the wear metals. After all of that's done, our lab manager will review all of the data that we've got. He'll make comments on the report to let you know if the data was in spec, out of spec. If it was out of spec, what was out of spec of it, what the fault might be, where it's coming from, and possible remedial action that you can take to help. Once all that's done and our lab manager has signed off on it, we send it back to you by email. And we're always available for questions if you have any questions. A lab manager is available. All of our sales and customer support team are available to help you if you have any questions at all. That's hydraulic fluid testing. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, please do put them below in the comments section. If you like the video, please do subscribe to our channel. We'll have many more of these coming. And have a great day. Thank you.